They came to me and said, "You want to be tied up too?" I said, "No, I'm not getting tied up."
Inmate John Lynn suffered the same fate as Ronald Cain.
They're murdered. George gives the order, you know, these guys got to go. They saw too much. They're not one of us. You know, and so these guys become victims just by chance.
You hear a lot of moaning, a lot of crying, a lot of begging, a lot of shut up, and, you know, like thuds. And it was pretty bad, man. I was just waiting on it to come to me.
23-year-old Officer Charles Breckenridge would become another victim. After escorting inmate John Clouchet from the visiting area, both men entered the adjustment center. Breckenridge was seized by inmates. Clouchet was uncertain as to what was happening. He moved to a cell on the other side of the AC, and sometime later saw George Jackson.
He was like he was in a daze. I had never seen him like that. He was just kind of just walking back and forth. He wasn't saying anything. He wasn't talking to anybody. He was just walking back and forth like, you know, I mean, just had kind of like just a blank look in his eyes.
Supervising Sergeant Jerry Graham began searching for his officers. They were gone too long. Graham, the married father of 4 children, had the door to the AC opened. After he walked in, Graham was taken hostage. The officer who unlocked the AC door looked through the window and saw George Jackson staring at him.
You know, at that point, Jackson fires the gun, and that alerts everybody.
Moments later, Sergeant Graham was shot dead. When Lieutenant Richard Nelson took a break from painting his house on prison grounds, he heard the sound of gunshots. Nelson walked outside and saw Associate Warden James Park running.
Moving very quickly down the hill towards the prison, he said, "You better get in there, George Jackson's loose with a gun." So at that point, I made the decision in my mind to go directly to the armory, grab a machine gun, and go in and find George Jackson, shoot him, and kill him.
The floor of the AC was covered in blood. Johnny Spain was desperate to leave what he called the chaos.
It was at that point that I was trying to get the keys. It's like, okay, it's time to get this door open and for me to get out of here. That's what it's time for.
George Jackson joined Spain near the entrance of the AC.
I think the thing I remember most is George, you know, I wanted to know if he was all right. You know, are you all right, you know? And he said, "Yeah, comrade, I'm fine, I got it.
Both have a small bottle of what they believed were explosives.
He's got the gun in his hand, and, you know, he announces to his comrades, "It's me they want. It's me they want." So he bursts out the door with the gun in his hand and starts running across the yard towards one of the walls.
As Jackson and Spain ran out of the adjustment center, shots were fired in their direction. Jackson was struck in the ankle.
And he stumbled and tried to continue, and then I didn't actually see him get hit with the second shot at the moment of impact. I did see him as he stumbled forward after being